Absorb some local color through the magic of AM radio.
Harkens me back to my youthful, careful days on the playgrounds of Forest Park School and my gifted days.
And what you're gifted, all right. What were you gifted at?
Well, I guess I had some issues.
Detention?
There. Yeah. When my dad told me I wouldn't plan on going to Harvard anytime real soon.
You're going to have to get in touch with me. We're gonna link all the volunteers via satellite cell phone so that we can put out the message immediately, because you remember the problem we had in January. We had to have Governor Walker come in with the National Guard. It was horrible.
Steve, listen to me. Bring your own microphone because you lost this one.
Okay, Captain Ron, you've been doing this so well for the last few weeks. So go ahead and make my day.
Oh, great one with the magic pen.
Oh, boy, he wants that microphone forever, doesn't he? Now, you got to visualize it. We put a statue of Pete on this. Put him on with wearing like a hard hat and flannel shirt to a belt, snow shovel.
You mean like from the Village people?
Yeah, yeah, a couple.
Now, wait a minute here.
Good morning, everybody. This is Uncle Scotty Barter, and welcome to the June 10th edition of the Kenosha Today Weekly Report, coming to you live from Studio A here at AM 1050 WLIP.
Turn it up.
Got tune it up, dial it in there. Streaming worldwide and booming across the very warm and sun-drenched cornfields of the Midwest, reaching out over 50,000 homes here in the Tri-County area. Being brought to you this morning by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery and the legendary Brat Stop, along with a host of other very fine local businesses. Joining us this morning, our Director of Cybersecurity, the master of protecting us all from the enemies of the world, Elmo Schneider, joins us. Elmo, welcome.
Good morning, everybody.
So who is the public enemy number one for this week?
Well, I've been gone for a few weeks, and I've been tracking Bolsheviks in darkest tournaments.
Enough about James Comey and Trump. I can't believe that. 19.5 million people tuned in to listen to that stuff. And now we're going back and forth. They are going to get a zinger from me when we get to 11:30, but I just can't believe this nonsense is going back and forth. You know what? Also, I think he's in transit. My spiritual advisor, true man of the cloth, the Honorable Father Marcus, is not here this morning, and he's probably out there looking for his message of hope and inspiration for us all, because I know everybody hangs on his every word.
He's not having another crisis of faith, is he?
Maybe it's a sexual deal.
I don't know.
Trying to decide which he's going to go over to the other side, or, you know. As always with us this morning, our video coordinator, the master of being politically incorrect, Spider Ronnie, the camera dude, joins us here. You got a message, Spidey?
No,
Still married?
Yeah.
No wonder you can't say anything.
Yep.
Are you on there? What do they call those lockdown things? Or no First Amendment rights, freedom of speech in your house, right? Engineering the Kenosha Charlie ride this morning, the king of handling all my hate mail, Wacky Wayne, joins us this morning, looking all warm and fuzzy.
Always warm.
Hey, let me
and
see your
fuzzy,
chin.
Scotty.
Did you? Oh, you shaved
yeah.
it. You had a couple weeks growth going.
Oh, really?
Mama said,
Yeah.
chop it off. So he
Don't let it get too long.
fell asleep, and his wife put some warm milk on there, and the cat licked it off.
Yeah, right? Woke up clean.
Woke up clean. That's me. Wake up every morning clean. Let's move right along here. Once again, this week, the Kenosha Today Secret Word Challenge, sponsored by Mike Bjorn's Clothing, located in...
Oh, that's not real quick.
I was getting so proud of you.
Right, yeah.
Downtown Kenosha, offering the biggest selection of men's suits in all of southeastern Wisconsin, northern Illinois, starting at only $179, which includes the shirt, tie, belt, and a pair of socks, with sizes starting at 34 short, going all the way up to size 60. You can find them on Facebook or call them at 262-652-0648. Spider, you even got a suit?
No, I don't own one.
Well, what are we going to do in the event of your demise? Just put you in some white paint clothes? And
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
last week's secret word was hack, inspired by... Now, this was nothing against Anthony Kennedy, but hack is another word for a cab driver.
Correct.
And so when we gave out the...
Or a politician.
Or a politician. Well, that could be. So.
Or this show.
Or this show. So apparently sometimes in the Kenosha Today Nation, this show can be a little intense for some of our listeners. And anyway, the Kenosha Today Brain Trust has pre-selected this morning's secret word, and first caller to say the secret word will win a $25 gift certificate. Compliments of Mike Bjorn's Clothing. Coming up after the 10:30 break, Kenosha's fastest growing game show sensation, the lightning round of City in Jeopardy, sponsored by the Boathouse. And then after the 11 o'clock break, this week's top 10 thought-provoking candidate written in her home office during a Kenosha Today production meeting. Here's the top 10 development opportunities here in Kenosha. You know, there's a big article we could talk about the downtown being torn up and making it look like downtown Baghdad and all these. We have some vacant buildings. We have a lot of Amazon and Uline and some other big companies that are moving in. But some of these development opportunities that are put out by the Chamber of Commerce and the Tourism Bureau and CABA, yep. they miss some of these. And explains why they missed them, but you know,
there's probably a reason for that.
That's why we're here.
Okay,
just to help. And then the drama continues in the second hour when we try to drain the swamp and let our listeners try to stump the chumps. Nobody took advantage of that because if you stump us, you get 2 free fish dinners at the American Legion on the first Friday of every month. And then there's more, boys and girls. After the 11:30 break, our special edition segment, editorial segment sponsored by the legendary Brat Stop as the Brat turns. Boy, see, the first one always comes out of the blocks, nice and clean.
Nice and smooth.
This week's high five zingers and doofuses, as only we can hear on the Kenosha Today Show. And it gets even better for those who might have forgotten. Tomorrow at noon, each and every Sunday, you can tune in here. AM 1050 and listen to the replay of this wonderful broadcast. And then you can watch the replay of this finely tuned, professionally produced Excuse for a Radio show on Time Warner Channels 14, Tuesdays at 5, Wednesdays at 6, and...
The media's making a monster out of you because they don't care about the truth. All they care about is entertainment. Well, you need a forum where they don't even know the meaning of the word entertainment. Public access television.
6 p.m., and then everybody can now sign up with the thousands of our fans and listeners who have joined the Kenosha Today Nation. Like us on Facebook. If you didn't see the post that was from yesterday or this morning, we teed it up here. Right? In the bowling alley.
Isn't that your new golf instructor we had the
boy.
picture of? So.
If she was my golf instructor, I'd be shooting par. I know nothing. I got much more, but I don't think I want to go there. If this young lady's my golf instructor.
Just don't leave your putter in the gutter. So.
Bring in my driver. You know what the name of my driver is? Big Bertha. That's the name of a driver.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
yep.
that makes sense.
It does?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, totally makes sense.
All right. I wouldn't say totally, but can also sign up with the thousands of fans and listeners who have joined the Kenosha Today Nation, like us on Facebook, and you can visit the new Kenosha Today website at kenosha.today.com, and you can find them designed by Capo Web Design, and you can find them on the web at capodesign.com. And for anybody that wants to join us any Friday afternoon about 3 p.m. For Getting Silly with Scotty, rest at Kenosha Today Brain Trust for our regular Friday production meeting and see how this is all put together.
Or not.
Or not. Spring cash. And give me a call, 262-652-6767. We can get together and discuss the very high standards that we go by.
We have high standards.
Well, we put the bar low and then taper down from there. That's how high standards we have.
There we go.
We got a number of things that we can talk about. Today, obviously, the next week, I should say, it looks like the heat index is going to be up there.
That's all week long.
All week long.
Oh, hey.
Good morning. You're on Kenosha Today.
Hi, Shirley.
Hi. Good morning. How is everybody today on this gorgeous day?
Hey, when people call you, how do you answer the phone? Who we call? Who are we talking to? What are you talking to? What are you calling from?
Yeah, right.
Is that what you do?
No.
Shirley, I got this big article in front of me. Science says what's known and not known about marijuana, and you probably want to get your comment. This was published back in May, that the strong evidence of marijuana can treat chronic pain, ease nausea, can treat muscle stiffness, risk of developing schizophrenia, risk of traffic accidents, more frequent chronic bronchitis. That's the positives. Sorry, sorry. I should have read this beforehand. But there's strong evidence that this is good for you. So I'm sure you have all of these good things listed in your garage, correct?
Absolutely, yes. All the positive things it does for you.
Oh, I see. Here's what the
All my pots.
pot smoking may be linked to. Oh, okay. Risk of traffic accident, more frequent bronchitis, lower birth weight, improved short-term sleep. That stuff is all overrated. I mean, not that we are condoning
Yeah.
an illegal substance. So, what's new in your world?
Well, I'm just enjoying the beautiful weather. It's supposed to get hot, I guess, tomorrow.
How do you enjoy the beautiful weather?
Just sitting out. I was outside for quite a while this morning, just sitting on my porch. I love my front porch. Just sitting, watching the world go by.
The world goes past your house?
Yeah, we get a lot of people going by.
Are you in a bathrobe or something like a tank top or what?
Sometimes, yeah.
I mean, because
I got up really early this morning, and it was beautiful. I just sat out my front porch with my bathrobe on, and nobody stopped or anything. So,
well, so I can probably explain why that happened.
Yeah, right.
How do you stay cool? I mean, there's this. We're going to talk about this heat exhaustion or heat stroke. What's the, if you got heat exhaustion, you could be faint and dizzy, and if you got a heat stroke, you got a throbbing headache. And
I had heat stroke.
Did you?
You don't want to have it, I'll tell you.
Who had heat stroke?
Both of us did, yeah. 17 pounds in 4 days.
Yep.
Oh, and if you got heat stroke, if your body temperature is above 103, you got red hot, dry skin,
Coming out every
nausea, vomiting, rapid, strong pulse. That seems like a review of this show. Throbbing headache, nausea, vomiting, rapid, strong pulse, may lose consciousness. That is the show, pretty much.
That is the show.
Anyway, you got to stay. You have air conditioning, don't you?
Absolutely. Oh, yes. Central air. Mm-hmm.
Got to stay.
We haven't got it on yet, though, because it's nice. It's really windy out today.
Got to stay.
Nice breeze.
Got to stay hydrated. And drink plenty of water.
Where's Father Marcus today? No father today.
He's on the road.
Probably a crisis of faith again.
A crisis of faith, apparently, according to what Wacky Wayne thinks here.
He's on the road again, huh?
Well, we don't know if he's going to stay in faith or if he's thinking of straying. And if he's where I think he is, he's straying.
Good for him. Good for him.
No, surely you shouldn't condone.
Good for him.
Good for him, yeah. Good for nothing, yeah. All right, Shirley.
No.
Anyway, you got anything else to bring to the table this morning?
Not really. I'm still disgusted about what's going on downtown. I still don't know what in the world is going on.
Hang on. Let me get to my.
Have you heard any updates on that?
I actually had a very good conversation with Alderman John Fox on Tuesday, I believe it was, and he showed me the pictures of what they were doing and everything. I says, I don't think anybody's disputing the fine work that they're doing. It's the communication to the businesses and everybody else that is sorely lacking. There's no communication. The people in the business, they weren't aware till like 2 days before. Oh, by the way, we're starting construction on Monday. And so
I heard that. Yeah, they were all in shock. They just, they didn't know anything about it.
How in the world? And now they had another construction thing. I think it was last week, and so they have a meeting on Thursday. Here, we're going to tear up your road starting tomorrow. I mean, I don't know what the secret is. Can't you tell us at least 30 days in advance? And especially when you got businesses down there.
Absolutely.
And to try to advertise, hey, we're still open for business during the construction. Use this alternate side, or use something like in Bjorn's. He's got a parking lot behind, or for the parking. And this people, when they come down there and see this, it looks like downtown Baghdad. It really does.
It does. I can't believe it.
Well, the other thing is, some of those light poles, some were metal and they cut them. And some, he showed me pictures that were cement cracking. So I can understand that, but the light structures themselves that had to match the ones back in 1920,
right.
They are going to salvage those. They just screw off, and they're going to put those on the new ones. So we didn't have to spend a fortune for that. But and the bricks, I'm not sure what's happening to all the bricks like in this picture. And the article says a lot of people aren't happy with change. I don't think it's the change that people aren't happy with. It's the lack of communication telling them, hey, here's what we're doing and how
right.
long we're going to do this for. And it's a shame that we lost all those wonderful trees.
Oh,
And
those trees. That's what it's heartbreaking. Those trees.
well, wait till they take. That's just on the east side. They're going to take the other ones down too. On the west side, so they're doing the east side of 6th Avenue first, and then once that's done, they're going to flip, and all these other trees are coming down. And it's a shame to take 25-year-old trees and hack them off, but the ones they're going to put in are supposed to be in cement. Containers or something? All those are going
Pots.
Pots.
You know, pots.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All those are going to end up. You know what those are going to be?
I just can't see it. It's just.
Those are going to end up filled with weeds because they don't have anybody to take care of them, and God forbid the downtown bid. Yeah, and they'll end up full of. They'll be just big ashtrays.
Oh.
So that's my prediction.
I don't know. It's just. I just cannot understand it.
My father had
And
a great.
every time I think of those poor trees, it just makes me sick. Makes me really sad.
My father had a great comment, Shirley. He says, when they get done, downtown is going to be exactly the same as it was in 1970 before they built the mall.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, there were no trees. Yeah,
right.
Progress.
Progress. We're back 40
We spent all this money on
Yeah.
almost the last 50
I don't
years.
know. I just don't
were exactly
understand
back
it.
when
What they don't listen to me, so I don't know.
Does anybody listen to you? You're on
yeah.
every show, every
My
hour of the
husband
day.
does.
Your husband
He
does?
listens to me.
Oh, he doesn't have any choice.
He has no choice.
And he doesn't know any better, probably.
Yeah, well, he has no choice.
Well, where's he going to go?
Yeah, where's he going to go?
Well, you sit on
after
the
all
front
these
porch,
years?
and he sit on the back porch.
Yeah.
All right, Shirley. Well, anyway, you stay cool.
Thank you. Thanks for the visit. I really enjoyed it.
Try not
and
to-
I just love your show. I always watch it on TV. It's so funny because I like it on TV when I can see all you guys, and you're also very handsome. And
Oh, Shirley, you've been out in the sun way too long. You've been out in the sun way too
Way
long.
too early for
Wait till you
that.
start being nauseous and vomiting.
no, I mean it. I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
All right, Shirley. See you
Okay,
later.
have a wonderful day.
Bye, Shirley.
I better read a quick sponsor here. We do, but doing this is just, I think, in my view, opening up a can of worms. You're saying, hey, criticize me. What do you need that for? I mean, if you want to criticize them, go down to Citizens Commons. And make sure, if you're going to Summers and you're going to speak at Citizens Commons, make sure you use the right address.
That's correct,
Where you're
yeah.
living. And speaking of Summers, they're having a problem. This guy, Tom Green, Summers resident, good intentions, and he did some research on 2,000 acres northwestern, in the corner of northwestern Summers, which is designated as national prime farmland, and he wants to keep it that way, and I applaud him. And what, unfortunately, he didn't do his research on how to get a referendum on the ballot, and so just getting 597 signatures in a 70-page petition. That doesn't get it. What you have to do, this is the way it was explained to me, to get a referendum, you have to go to the Summers clerk or whatever municipality you're in. Here's the question. You've got 45 days from the time that question is registered with the clerk to gather 10% of the votes or the number of people who voted in the last governor's election. And I don't know how many people voted in Summers, but I don't think that would have been a problem if you had 567. So then all of those have to be, by state statute, ducks in a row, and then but you get like one bite of the apple in this thing. And to get it as a binding referendum, it's a little looser if you wanted to have a non or an advisory referendum. But unfortunately, he's going to have to go back and start all over, because that's the proper way to do that. If you have any questions, was that even he did a great job, I think, and did his research about all the 2,000 acres in northwestern Summers, and talk about that. If you want to talk about how to stay cool, and here's a big thing coming up in the state legislature is we're going to have to come up with some extra money to fix our infrastructure. Do we go to interstate tolling, or do we need to raise the gas tax? I'd like to hear comments on that. And then we can get to some petition to stop the goose roundup out in Twin Lakes. And if you wanted to have your picture with Trump and Scott Walker, it cost you $10,000. And we got a bunch of other things. So we will be back in about, 2 minutes?
About 2.5.
2.5.
Right around there.
All right, we'll be right back. This is Uncle Scotty Barter, and welcome to the June 10th edition of the Kenosha City Weekly Report. Coming to you live from Studio A here at AM 1050 WLIP, spreading the love here at Camp Happy Face. Also bringing you gas trolleys, stray cats, backyard beavers, midget wrestling, and our latest highlight out in summer's concrete stamping plants. Bonding Forever. That's coming up on their Planning Commission meeting on Monday. We're just going to be warm and fuzzy all over on that thing. I think, from what I understand, that concrete, if it wouldn't be for the this actual stamping and the grinding of the cement, I don't think the residents would be too upset, if they had their yard where they kept the trucks and everything else. But it's the bump and grind, yeah, Ronnie. That's up by the adult bookstore. Boy, there's a spider. Again, we invite you to join the thousands of fans who have already signed up and liked us on Facebook. And I can feel the warmth going on there. And you can visit us on the web at KenoshaToday.com, designed by Capo Web Design. You can find them on the web at CapoWebDesign.com. Brought to you by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery and the legendary Brat Stop, along with a host of many other very fine local businesses. Also, no one in the first half hour has won this morning's Secret Word Challenge, sponsored by Mike Bjorn's Clothing. Again, if any of our callers mention the secret word, you will win a $25 gift certificate. Compliments of Mike Bjorn's Clothing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
More marijuana for
Right,
Scott.
yeah.
What was that? Nausea and
Yeah.
rapid strong pulse.
Right,
That's me.
probably that, yeah.
Sounds like my...
You're still thinking about your golf instructor.
no, that's rapid strong pulse. That's my dating pool. Located in... offering the largest selection with men's suits starting at $179, with sizes ranging from 34 all the way up to size 60. Size 60, man, that's got to be... You could use that as an awning. I could use that as a sail on my new boat, the Sea Scum, which, by the way, if you get down to the boathouse, you'll see my my new boat. It's kind of dry docked there and on the lower level, and I got to get some... I got a no trespassing sign in my car that I'm going to have to put down there this afternoon, maybe, because I don't want nobody fooling around with my stuff, man.
Yep. You tell it it's the boat with the shrubbery growing out of the cabin.
And knock so there's any skunks or raccoons don't spray you. If you just joined us, our special guest this morning, our Kenosha Today Director of Cybersecurity, Elmo Schneider, and our spiritual advisor, Father Marcus, he's away someplace and trying to make a earth-shattering, life-saving decision on which way he's going to go.
Wandering in the wilderness.
Wandering in the wilderness, yeah. Also joining us here at Camp Happy Face, the Love Doctor. How come you're called the Love Doctor? Who gave you that?
I don't know.
Well, maybe I did.
Yeah, I think you did.
It's from when he was
I don't want to hear about this.
from when he was tapping your flapper. Yeah.
We got a call there, Wayne?
Indeed.
Indeed. I like Indeed better than let's try this.
Yeah, let's give this a whirl.
Yeah. Good morning. You're on Kenosha Today.
Scotty, good morning.
Oh, she's whispering.
Open the back door.
You want him to come in the back door?
Your back door is open?
No,
Oh, you want me to open my
yeah.
back door?
but
There's a lot of back door talk going on here.
I'm confused now.
Now? What are you confused about?
All this back door talk, is it mine or is it yours? Well, I'll forget it. Let's just do both.
Like a home and away deal. Like the Cubs and the Brewers in Wrigley Field, Miller Park. Yeah.
Lock your doors.
Yeah. I think I can hang
It's more
with you.
fun that way. You just never know what's going to happen.
Well, here's my question. Obviously, it's a fair question. Where's Dennis?
He's next to me. Unfortunately, he's in the seat next to me.
Well, why the hell are you whispering?
I told him to drop me off. I told him to drop me off down the block at my girlfriend.
Oh,
She doesn't live there, and I walked over to the station, and I was knocking on the door, and
our
nobody
station
was answering.
at WLIP?
Yeah.
Well, you got to have the code.
Well, that's why I wanted you to come open it.
Okay, but are you serious? Are you here?
No, I'm
Oh.
kidding.
Scott was almost out of his chair running for the door.
Here's the code. Here's the code, Nancy. 911.
No, for you, it's like 666.
That's the code. Hey, how are you going to prevent heat exhaustion or heat stroke? You know, because we get it lathered up pretty good, you know.
Well, the less clothes we have, the better off we are, because if you have more clothes on, that's when you tend to heat up. I mean, I can heat up without any clothes on, of course.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
Yeah, I know.
But now the difference in heat exhaustion, faint and dizzy, that's you, right? That's you, faint and dizzy.
What was that?
There's a difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke. Faint and dizzy, that's you.
Yes.
Throbbing headache, that's Dennis.
Well,
excessive.
Sometimes I get lightheaded, not necessarily from.
Well, use more blonde in a bottle if you're getting lightheaded. Excessive sweating, that's you.
Excessive sweating,
That's
absolutely. You. That's the only way to go.
And Dennis doesn't sweat much. And of course, you got cool, pale, clammy skin. Of course, Dennis.
Because I have to do all the work.
Oh boy!
Now Scotty's sweating profusely.
That's where the nausea and vomiting comes in. Rapid, weak pulse.
Yes, definitely.
Muscle cramps, or heat stroke. This is probably when I may lose consciousness.
I'll give you mouth to mouth. I know creative mouth to mouth.
Creative?
No time. Yes. It kind of has to do with the whole all you can eat for under a buck.
Oh, no. Oh God. Oh boy.
Kind of a breathalyzer kind of a thing.
You must have stayed up. Yeah, right. You must have stayed up late last night, and at least you're bringing something to the table. Sometimes your husband.
I actually was in bed early. It was so nice. I had a Nancy night last night.
Was Dennis?
I
gone?
did what I wanted to do. Dennis
was gone.
Off.
He was gone.
He was helping the. He was at the beer tent of our church festival.
Oh sure.
Oh
yeah, a beer tent at a church festival. Sure, Dennis. Yeah. Wait till I get Father Marcus in here. Beer tent at a church festival. Sinners. And he leaves his wife home. How come you didn't go to the church festival?
Because you wanted to be alone. Needed to do what I needed to do. So I did what I wanted to do, and it was extremely wonderful. No stress, nobody yelling and poking and wanting me to do this or do that. I got to do what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. How much fun is that?
Well,
for myself, or
this is not going in the right direction, you know. Hey, by the way, next week is Father's Day. Do you got any plans for him?
I don't know. We were just talking about that. I don't know. My dad's gone and his dad's gone, but you know, he's a doggy daddy.
I mean, he's a doggy daddy.
He just moaned. He's like, oh my God.
Tell him to quit lapping up. Tell him to quit lapping up the milk in the saucer there. Stand up like a man, like he's got a pair. God Almighty.
Hey, Scott.
Oh. You didn't tell me he was there, did you? Did you tell me?
Yeah, she told you.
It's okay. I didn't hear anything you guys were talking about anyway.
It was not important.
I had to turn the car radio down.
Hey,
I do have a couple.
Go ahead.
I do have a couple quick questions.
Sure,
for you.
Go ahead.
Why would you never invite Comey to a sleepover?
Be careful, Dennis. Okay.
You don't know?
No, I have no idea.
He's a linker.
Yep.
I
knew it had something to do with that.
Yeah. So you went to a church festival and drank lots of beer, huh?
No, I worked the serving people lots of beer.
Oh, well, how come you didn't take any yourself?
Because I was working. I don't drink when I work.
Oh. Hey, by the way,
I have another question for you. Did you hear about the couple that was in real bad financial straits?
No.
So the wife said to the husband, you know, I really got to do something about this. I think I should go out and, you know, if I have to, you know, put myself out there for guys, I guess I have to do that. She yells yes.
That's the can-do attitude.
and her husband said, "No, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't want you doing that." She goes, "Listen, drastic measures have to be taken in drastic times. We're really in bad financial shape. I need to go out and do that."
Okay.
So she goes out and she does that, and she comes home, and her husband says to her, "So how much money did you make?" She says, $397.10. He says, "Who gave you 10 cents?" She said, "Everybody."
Oh, Dennis. Hey, you better get back to church and forget serving other people. You better get into the confessional and do some serious admissions.
God has a sense of humor.
Yeah?
And you always speak about barter manner.
Yeah.
Well, I'd love to hear some barter manners.
Not on the air, you won't.
Bad manners.
Oh, boy, that would be maybe my last show. In the last
She's sticking up. She's sticking up for you. She says, "You don't need no manners."
That's right. I don't need no stinking manners. What the hell do I need manners for?
Lord, it's a miracle. So we're getting close to Father's Day.
Yeah.
And I know words are always secret, and you usually buy a gift for Father's Day, and
yeah,
you take care of Dad.
That's right. I expect to be waited on, hand and foot.
And you try to get the secret word for Dad, and
you're grabbing now.
Yeah, you're grasping.
And there's some things you shouldn't do to Dad, like grab him.
Steering wheel.
Yeah. Do you want to take a shot at the secret word?
He's been taking
I've been trying the
Oh.
I've been trying the whole time.
I'll tell you what. It rhymes with vodka, and it ends with "you're out" again. All right, Dennis.
Is it an English word?
No. Oh, the secret word?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's what?
Well,
Old English or
it could be downtown Kenosha. It could be
That's a
war
whole
zone.
sentence.
It could be construction. It could be potholes.
Wrong, and wrong again.
You just need to cut him off. Tell him he's done.
Well, obviously, you've done it. So, yes. What the heck what's he calling me for? I got to get going here. I got to read some sponsors. Hey,
Have a wonderful day.
you two try to get along today and this weekend and not fight.
Well, no, we're going to fight about you now because you're going to want to know what we talked about. So I'm going to tell him he's just got to listen tomorrow.
And make sure you try to cool each other because of the heat,
Yes.
the heat hazards that are coming.
A lot of blowing.
Okay, sweetheart. I think I gotta go.
All right.
I'll see you. I'll see you Wednesday night. Okay. Our favorite couple.
Yes.
Boy, that dinners at their house got to be a real joy. I've not been invited, well, officially to their house. Officially, I said.
Right. Unofficially is another story.
I better read a sponsor. I read. It's time to play Kenosha's fastest growing game show sensation, the Lightning Round of City in Jeopardy, sponsored by the Boathouse Pub and Eatery. And to be eligible, no one from your household could have won any contest on WIP within the last 60 days. We will now clear the phone lines.
Clear the line.
Clear the lines. And almost doing this. I'm not sure what that is you're doing.
I'm limbering up.
Limbering up, which is I'm going to read the question, which is a very sophisticated, intelligent, multiple choice question. You will then get 3 somewhat intellectual answers to choose from. And after that, you will hear the ding. And the first caller to correctly answer the question wins a $25 gift certificate to the Boathouse Pub and Eatery, located at 4917 7th Avenue here in Kenosha. Open Monday through Fridays at 11 a.m., featuring weekly lunch and dinner specials. Enjoy a beautiful waterfront view and stop in for their big Saturday and Sunday morning breakfast and Bloody Mary specials, beginning at 7 a.m. until noon. And if you're planning a party or a banquet, call Joyce at 262-654-9922, or you can find them on the web at theboathousekenosha.com. Here's this morning's question. What is the best way to keep cool here in Kenosha this summer? We've been talking about this all morning, but what's the best way to keep cool here in Kenosha this summer? A, sit under a shade tree on 6th Avenue in downtown Kenosha. B, open a window if you're staying at the Heritage House. Or C, Stay hydrated by drinking 4 long iced teas a day. 262-694-1050, the first caller. What is the best way to keep cool here in Kenosha this summer? A, sit under a shade tree on 6th Avenue in downtown Kenosha. B, open a window if you're staying at the Heritage House. Or C, stay hydrated by drinking 4 long iced teas a day. Boy, the phone lines they are cleared, right? Pretty much so.
Yeah. Well covered, yeah.
All right.
Everybody's out there enjoying the
nice
sunshine.
day today.
Yeah. If anybody wants to, call in and take a shot to win the $25 gift certificate from the Boathouse. All you got to do is correctly answer. Here, we got a question. We got a call. Maybe the phone line was just plugged.
Clogged.
Clogged. Good morning. You're on Kenosha Today.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Who is this?
This is Sue.
Sue.
I think it's A.
All right, let me read this question so there's no misunderstandings. You're not confused, are you? Sue, you're not confused, are you?
No, I'm not confused.
Okay, all right. Now I'm going to read this question one more time. Was the best way to keep cool here in Kenosha this summer? A, sit under a shade tree on 6th Avenue in downtown Kenosha. B, open a window if you're staying at the Heritage House. Or C, stay hydrated by drinking 4 long iced teas a day. Sue's answer is?
A.
Sit under a shade tree on 6th Avenue in downtown Kenosha. Yes, that's a correct answer.
Well, thank you. That's great.
Sue, what do you think about that business that's going on down there?
I like the Boathouse and I like downtown.
Okay, but
have you seen downtown?
Have you seen downtown?
Oh, not since they ripped it up. No.
Oh, okay. Well,
I heard it's terrible.
Well, you're pretty much so. I should give you an extra bonus, but I can't. All right, Sue, here's what's going to happen. So you didn't, staying hydrated by drinking 4 Long Island iced teas a day, that didn't appeal to you?
It appealed to me, but I didn't think it was the right answer. I might do it, but
I'll put a +1 on that one.
Yep.
And do you ever get over to stay at the Heritage House?
no, I don't think I want to go there.
Okay, I'll give you +2 for that one. All right, Sue, I have off the air. Do you have an email?
Yes, Susan.
Oh, no, don't say that. I want anybody, because otherwise you get some of our listeners, they could be stalkers and creepy stalkers. They might want to call you.
Okay.
I'm trying to protect you here.
I thought you said we're off the air.
No, I said
you're on the air.
When you're off the air in just a second, Wacky Wayne is going to get your name, address, phone number, and your email, and he's going to print it nice and neat so Uncle Scotty can read this, and I'll email you your certificate to go to the Boathouse.
Okay, great.
And maybe if you ever get down there on a Friday afternoon, you can join us at a production meeting.
Party!
What are you laughing for?
I don't know what a production meeting is.
Well,
that's okay. Neither do we.
We don't either. Just bring cash.
Okay.
That's where we planned this finely tuned
you don't think we
radio
make,
program.
We don't, Or you think we just make this stuff up as we go?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not too far of a stretch. All right, Sue. Well, all right. Wayne is going to now be off. You're going to be off the air, so you can give him all your information, and I'll get this out to you. All right. And okay. And while he's doing that, I'll read another into the campus couple out in Waterford, Dennis and what's her name?
Nancy.
Nancy. Yeah, right. I should probably got that. I have that written down someplace. Not anywhere where anybody can see it. And if you have any questions on how to stay cool in these upcoming days of heat hazards, give us a call, 262-694-1050. Hey, if you'll be a heat hazard,
cool.
Throbbing headache, no sweating, nausea or vomiting, rapid strong pulse, may lose consciousness.
Kind of like us on Saturday morning.
And then you go take a nap.
And if you think the city of Kenosha needs a Facebook page, we'd like to hear about that. And if you think the state of Wisconsin should raise the gas tax to generate some more money or go to interstate tolling. You know what people, if I got this story right, back in the late 50s and early 60s when the federal government said we're going to go to this interstate highway system, right? Mm-hmm. And Illinois opted to do their own thing. That's why they have toll booths.
Correct.
And so they don't get any money.
They don't get any federal money.
And it was all supposed to be generated from toll booths. And as you said earlier,
that the amount of money generated was only covering the administrative costs of having the tolls.
Just a couple years ago, they just doubled, right, because they're out of money.
Mm-hmm.
So in Wisconsin's case, we get federal money, but some of our roads are still so far beyond repair. We've got to do something. And be interesting to see if we go to the interstate. See, now we get federal money, but we're going to have to come up with some extra things. So I don't think going to a toll booth in Wisconsin is going to help anything. And
I thought the whole idea we were trying to get people to attract people here and not charge them to get in. We want them to spend their money other places.
I would be delighted to hear somebody from the Tourism Bureau call in and say, "Oh yeah,
yep.
I'm going to charge you tolls all the way to go up to Door County."
Yeah, or Wisconsin Dells. You think those people are going to like Lake Geneva?
So I don't think that's going to fly. But people go from Wisconsin into Illinois, but everybody seems to avoid those toll booths. We got anything good there? Okay.
Yeah, we got a good one in there.
We got a good one there. Yeah, man. Good morning. You're on Kenosha today.
Yes, hello.
Yes.
This is Father Marco from somewhere, I don't even know where.
Padre. That's about what we thought. Turn your radio.
Hey, I want to be the first to sign up for the free water skiing lessons behind the SSC scum. Because I don't think it's going to make it through 2 skiers, so I want to be the first to try it.
Do you mean we actually have to put this in the water? Hey, Father, you there?
Yeah.
Would you fall off the chair or the bar stool?
No, I had to turn my Bluetooth up because you guys were awful hard to hear.
Oh, well, sometimes it's best that way.
Yeah.
As you know.
I enjoyed it, actually, yes.
What my thought was, how about if we just, when Bjorn's doing the, hey, why don't you turn your radio down? Or don't you?
My radio is down.
Oh, okay.
TV. That's somebody else in the bar.
Tell those people in the bar to keep it down because I'm talking to you. Anyway, how does this, since we're going to have problems putting that boat in the water, that we just hook up a sprinkler system and just get out there and put the sunblock on and pretend.
And hold on to a rope?
You think some people will talk?
Yeah, they'll probably end up with a ambulance down there for us.
More than they already do?
Which is probably pretty much normal day, isn't it?
So people have been calling in, wondering where you are. And
Only Shirley.
Shirley, she's so concerned about your well-being, and we thought that you were...
crisis of faith.
A crisis of faith.
Jump ship.
No, actually, today all I had to do is go to Milwaukee and pick up the stuff that I have to deliver on Monday.
Oh. And what's her name? What's her name?
John Deere.
You have gone to the other side.
Hey, I'm a priest. I'm entitled to, right?
No, he's just kidding. For all you men of the cloth, he's just joking, aren't you? He's the funniest. You're the funniest father I've ever met.
Adding to the hate mail.
Since next week is Father's Day, is that a special day just for me?
Sure, absolutely.
Great.
What would you like?
I don't think we can talk about that on the radio.
Yeah, does he have his thumb on the button?
Yeah.
He's trembling. Hey, what do you think?
All right, well.
Hey, now, since you're man of the cloth, we've been talking about heat hazards. We got about a minute left here, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the best way that you avoid heat exhaustion or heat stroke? How do you handle it? Holding water?
I take a dive off the 50th Street Bridge.
Ah. That's a $75 fine, Father.
Well, yeah, if you get caught.
Oh, well. That's true. And are you going to join us at a conference or the pig roast this afternoon?
You're going over to the pig roast, huh?
Whoa, it's right up my alley.
Let's see. Conference first, then it's the pig roast, right?
It says pig picking good time, yeah. That pig don't...
Yeah, I haven't got your schedules figured out here or anything, have I? It's not hard to do, is it?
I guess you would say I'm a person of... a
creature of habit.
Creature of habit. Predictability.
We're out.
We're out. See you, Mark.
Yeah.
Mark, take it easy,
All
buddy.
Right.
Okay.
Welcome to the June 10th edition of the Kenosha Today Weekly Report. Broadcasting live from Studio A here at AM 1050 WLIP on your radio dial. Being brought to you by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery and the legendary Brass Stop, along with a host of many other very fine local businesses, taking serious journalism to an all-time high, reporting on local stories, state stories, and spanning the globe. Keeping it real, spreading the love, and growing up here on the Kenosha Today show this morning. Speaking of grown-ups, we just heard from our the Honorable Father Marcus, who, so he says, is he's in town, so he says. We know better. I can hear by the bar stuff in the
which bar was he at?
Yeah.
Another one, Mark?
Yeah, that's right. Also joining us our Director of Cybersecurity, Elmo Schneider.
Good morning.
And everybody's bringing their sophomoric humor and buzzkill antics to the Kenosha Today show. And, we were talking about, before I get to that, let's see, got to reintroduce Spider, because he's sitting over there in the corner behind the curtain.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Yeah.
Why is those curtains flapping? Is it breezy in here? What's going on there?
Glad to see you guys.
And of course, engineering, the Kenosha Today train wreck. Wacky Wayne, I guess we've worked out the details, so when you do go to grad school, Captain Mike has consented to be your new roommate.
Oh, jeez.
He put your bunkies on the door.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you. Not only do I get hate mail, I get handsy Captain Mike. Awesome. Awesome.
Well,
remind me to quit school. I'm dropping out.
You drop out.
So he's not your inspiration?
No, he's not the wind beneath my wings, not the inspiration, nothing. None of that.
I think you're just being unfair. You're being nitpicking.
Am I being coy?
This is a higher education.
Wind,
yeah, he's the
right.
wind beneath. He could provide you with some alcoholic beverages to get you through the tough times.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
Good morning, on Kenosha Today.
They're not on Kenosha Today.
They're not. Okay.
They are unavailable. And we don't like people that are unavailable.
If you're going to call up and be unavailable, or what's the other one? We ain't taking it.
Yeah.
Don't waste their time. Anyway, there was an article, so everybody's here. All right. If you, and by the way, nobody won the secret word challenge to win a $25 gift certificate from Mike Bjorn's Clothing, offering the largest selection of men's suits anywhere on the planet, starting at only $179, which includes a shirt, tie, belt, pair of socks. And for you guys who want to impress your sweetheart, get over to Mike Bjorn's Clothing in close enough.
Button. There we go.
Downtown Kenosha. Call them at 262-652-0648. That's where Father Marcus is. He's over at Bjorn's getting a new one of those fancy shirts that Bjorn's got down there. He's going to try to
got the collar and everything.
He got the collar, and he's. I'd love to see him come in a shirt, tie, and a suit. Father, boy, I'd pay money for that. Exactly how much, I'm not sure. 262-694-1050. Anyway, let's do this real quick. Written in our home office on the deck at the Boathouse Pub and Eatery, this week's top 10 thought-provoking category. You ready there, Elmo? The top 10 development opportunities here in Kenosha. We've had some suggestions from CABA, Downtown Inc., and Downtown Bid. They've got some suggestions, but these are the top 10 that they didn't come across. Number 10, creating a new brownfield called the Heritage House. Number 9, expanding the gas trolley to our new casino. Number 8, spending $800,000 for a state-of-the-art square dirt bike track. Number 7, reconstructing downtown 6th Avenue into a major screw-up. Number 6, rehabbing a pick and save into a roadkill dine-and-dash takeout. Number 5, converting Anthony Kennedy Drive into a 4-lane super pothole. Number 4, building high-rise transgender porta potties on the old Chrysler site. Number 3, offer low-income tax credits for the ladies walking on Sheridan Road. Number 2, launching a floating beer garden in the Lincoln Mark Lagoon. And the number 1 development opportunity here in Kenosha, invest heavily in Kenosha's outdoor theater. That's probably what Father is. He's down there trying to raise some tax credits for those gals walking in Sheridan Road. Spider wants to talk about the Crack-A-Dome.
It looks like Otis from the Andy Newberry show with striping. I'm sorry.
No, they had their they had the opening race this week, and by the way, the rededication ceremony is June 12th at 5:30, and so this article says 50 cyclists. Boy, that was money well spent, and 100 spectators. Whew, wow, you can see them. They can't even do the wave. But Spider's a painter, and he was pointing out the striping.
I've done striping.
And he said, Otis from who was that?
Otis from the Andy Griffith show.
Could have done a little bit better. Actually, my 6-year-old granddaughter might have done a little bit better. All those for me?
Yeah, at least one of them.
Oh, okay. Good morning on Kenosha Today. Hello?
Yes, this is Ganga from Libertyville. Is Lenny Palmer there?
No, Lenny's, we've given him the day off.
Oh, how wonderful. However, I would like to make a suggestion for an opportunity to make some money.
Okay.
Take Lenny Palmer's old sweatpants and make them into a three-piece suit.
Hey, Gunga, we have standards on this show, you know.
Since when?
So this is your suggestion, to take Lenny Palmer's sweatpants and make it to a three-piece suit?
Yeah, so yes, his old sweatpants, and they're very large. He's a skinny man now.
So, where does the raising the money part come in?
That's up to you. That's where your business minds come in. Have Shirley advertise them. She's on every 5 minutes, is she not?
She's got more commercial breaks than they have on this board here, on this computer board. Hey, what if we took Lenny Palmer's sweatpants and turned them into a awning and put them down on 6th Avenue in one of those shops down there?
Yes, his underwear would make a wonderful top hat, wouldn't it?
A top hat?
Yes.
Oh, maybe in your neck of the wood, you're still wearing a turban, aren't you?
Yes, we wear similar items. They're quite comfortable but smelly.
Hey, now since you just said you wear the same things that he does, I didn't know you were wearing women's underwear. Why would you be doing that?
Well, they are more comfortable. plus, I am hung like a Ken doll.
Hey, Gunga, you got to call us more often.
Yes, I will take the opportunity. I was listening to your show, and since Shirley wasn't on, I thought I would call. She gave me the opportunity to call.
Okay, that's good. Well,
have a wonderful day, gentlemen.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, thanks, Gunga.
See, we're making friends and influencing new people.
Right.
Boy, Lenny's not going to be happy, is he?
No.
I heard about it that Pete and Bill Lawrence were kind of taking him to task because he wears sweatpants. Well, I wear sweatpants. Everybody wears sweatpants, but
I do not.
Well, you're married.
Well, that must be it.
Well, Lenny's married and Bill's married. I'm running out of excuses.
Yeah, you're going to have to come up with new excuses.
Yes. Good morning on Kenosha today. Good morning.
Good morning. It's Irish Ruth.
Oh.
One of your choices for the contest was low-income ladies walking where?
On Sheridan Road.
Sheridan Road. Well, I would suggest that you put a little bit of additional information into that choice. Low-income ladies wearing stilettos walking on Sheridan Road, because I don't want to be put in that category.
Oh, so you would, in other words, if you were down on Sheridan Road walking with these gals...
I would not be walking in stilettos, right. But those low-income ladies, it would behoove you to put the word stilettos in that choice.
So you're more of an upper grade lady walking on Sheridan Road then. You don't want to be classified with the low income, right?
Oh, no, I'm a low-income lady.
Oh, this
I
is...
just don't want to be the stiletto low-income lady.
Well, I don't know where the stilettos came from. I never mentioned
what
it.
you could do at the moment is you could seize the moment by putting the word stiletto. And you could have a contest for secret words. Like, wouldn't stiletto have been a wonderful secret word? But I have a secret word.
All right, I'm trying...
a secret word.
What was the secret word? I'm sorry, what did you say?
My choice for the secret word is regatta.
Regatta. Unfortunately, that's not it,
correct.
Ruth.
No.
You got a regatta.
Here's I'm going to seize the moment. Ready?
Oh, go ahead.
Well, she told me. You know, you call in here, it doesn't take a lot to encourage me.
No.
But this wasn't a contest. This was, I don't think she was paying attention.
That was part of your top 10.
Yeah, it was part of my top 10. Offer low-income tax credits for ladies walking. And she wants to be categorized without stilettos. Or no, not stilettos.
With stilettos.
With stilettos.
Yeah.
Well, she should bring some cash and join us at a Friday night production meeting, and she can
right.
get what she wants. We're getting close to... what were we talking about? Oh, we were talking about the velodrome.
Otis.
And the striping.
Good morning on Kenosha today.
Hi, this is Rick from Kenosha. My
Yes.
secret word is psycho.
I think we've had that before, haven't we?
You say that with
Seizing the
such
moment.
conviction, Rick. Is he gone?
I do believe so, yes.
Oh, geez, what if he would have won? Which he didn't.
Not so much.
Not so much. Well, psycho.
Such is life.
Psycho. Sounds like my some of the gals that we have come across over the years.
Let's get you got that sign in front of Barter Manor. Remember the
Nope.
Bates Motel?
Put all the metal knives
Vacancy?
away. Have the plastic knives and spoons. Here, chomp on a foreign fillet with this, sweetheart. All right, I guess we can see if anybody wants to play Stump the Chumps, because it might take a little prodding.
Probably.
Everybody knows so you can play. Listeners gives us a chance to strut their stuff and try to stump the chumps. I guess we don't need to clear the phone line.
You don't want to clear the phone?
No.
All right, let's not.
We'll
clear.
just take.
We'll just play by the shoot from the hip.
This is sponsored by the American Legion Post 21 504 58th Street. And if you're successful in stumping the chumps, you'll win 2 free fish dinners served the first Friday of each month. You get your choice of baked or breaded cod, like perch, walleye, and bluegill, and or you can have a choice. You can come in and spend an hour with us here live on the air if you don't want to go for the fish. And again, no one from your household could have won any contest on WLP within the last 60 days. This huge opportunity for our audience to bring something of intelligence, sophistication, or general nonsense and prove to the rest of the Kenosha Nation that we are barely smarter than a 5th grader. Now, you get if you have a trivia question or a song title, that's what we want to hear. 262-694-1050. Okay. Good morning on Kenosha Today.
Hey, Don.
They done?
No, Don.
Oh, Don.
Donnie,
There he is.
Hey, Donnie.
here I am. Hey, just a question. I won last week. Can I still play Stump the Chumps this week?
What did you? No, any contest you
you
can
gotta
play
wait
for funsies. Here,
60 days.
Here's what I'll let you do. If nobody wins by 11:30, I'll let you call back.
Okay, I didn't know if I didn't hear the disclaimer if you had won anything within 60 days.
Yeah, that is true. But if nobody wins,
Okay.
I'll let you call back.
No problem. I can have the call. One other question.
Sure.
You have a really large antenna out there, don't you?
Always.
It's huge.
Yeah. It really draws in a lot of signals, doesn't it?
It's 430
I get a lot
feet.
of I get a lot of mixed signals.
Just a question. There was that call about people walking on Sheridan Road in stilettos.
Yeah.
Could you figure what that antenna? Oh, what planet that came in from?
She said it was Irish Ruth.
Oh, that's a planet. Okay.
That explains everything.
All right, I got to take some calls. If nobody calls, Donnie, call me back. All right. Good morning on Kenosha. Good morning on Kenosha Today.
Hi, how's it going?
Good.
Turn down the radio,
This
Dennis.
is Dennis
Thank you.
again from Waterford.
Okay, Dennis.
He's going to try and stump us, I think.
I think I can stump you guys.
Okay.
Even though Elmo is a music expert,
Yeah.
I think I might be able to stump you.
Oh, give me your best shot.
All right. Name 4 record labels that the Beatles recorded under?
4?
Name 4.
Apple.
4 record labels that the Beatles recorded under.
Apple was one, I think.
Apple, Capital. Those were the only 2 I know
Apple,
of.
Capital. All right, here's our last.
Decca turned them down.
Okay. And I think it was ball bearings.
No.
Okay.
How about Elmo? You got any more shots, Elmo?
No. Maybe like British. EMI, maybe.
Yeah.
And,
you ready?
Yeah.
VJ and Swan.
Okay.
VJ and Swan.
All right, so now here's the deal. You were successful at stumping the chumps.
That's only 2.
Yeah, you
Well, we
said
named
4.
2.
I named
Oh,
the
he
other
named
2.
2. Apple and
Yeah.
Capital.
Capital.
Apple.
All right, now here's the deal. To win, you got to come and spend an hour with us here.
We want to. We want to do that. We just have to. We got to set the time up.
Okay.
Stop going to hemorrhoid conventions.
Yeah,
It'll be okay.
quit going to those hemorrhoid conventions.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to try really hard to make a production meeting within the next week or 2, and maybe we can set it up then.
Okay. I almost got Nancy's email. Or
Right.
Phone number. She's
phone
got,
number.
She's
Okay.
got my phone
I'll
number.
text you this week and we'll set it up.
Okay, and I'm going to try to make the production meeting. So.
All right, bring cash.
Yep.
Definitely.
All right.
Definitely.
All right, Dennis, I got to run. I got some more calls to take.
All right, take it easy.
All right, thanks.
Bye bye.
Good morning on Kenosha today.
Yeah, Dale from Kenosha.
Yeah, Dale.
Hey, I've got a song for you guys.
Sure.
I rewrote this song a long time ago.
Okay.
So, you ready to hear it?
Sure. What's the name of it?
Cudahy Acres.
Cudahy Acres.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, here it goes. Cudahy Acres is the place for me. Hog slaughtering is the life for me. Guts spreading out so far and wide. Keep me watching, just give me that Cudahy pride.
We got a little fanfare music. Oh, Dale.
You like that one?
Oh. Yeah. You missed, you could have been on The Voice. You could have been on...
I did
American...
miss my calling, didn't I?
The hog calling you did. just don't miss it when your wife calls you.
Ooh.
Hey, you gonna get over to Pete's and then sing to the...
She's inside right now. She probably think I was...
Fooling around?
No. Writing a love song for her or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it. Hey, get over to Pete's and before we start...
The pig roast today.
The pig roast over at Pete's, which is at, by right west of Union Park. And we want to record you singing that song to the pig on the pit as the pig turns. As the pig turns.
Well, you already have the recording there, so just reuse it.
I think there's some violations that we want to do this live. We don't want to just... We want to get
you want me to do this live?
Live. Yeah. We want to do this. Yeah, we want to get you on tape.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you this afternoon.
At what time?
Maybe
2
2
o'clock.
How about 3?
Well, come on. It's either 2 or 3.
Well, it starts at 2. I won't be there till 3.
Oh, okay. I'll be there at 3.
All right. We look forward to it.
All righty.
All right.
Have a great day.
Boy, this ought to be good. Good morning on Kenosha today.
Hi.
Hi. Who's this? We have a caller?
This is Wally.
Oh, Wally. Okay, go ahead, Wally.
What word in the English language changes pronunciation if you capitalize it?
Oh, Jesus. And that's not Jesus. I just was saying.
What word?
What name?
What word?
What word? Boy, I don't know. Does it have something to do with marriage?
No.
Oh. Okay, go ahead. You stumped us.
Polish and polish.
Oh. You must have college, right?
I am Polish.
No. I said you have. Have you been to college?
Oh, no, I have not.
Oh, well, I was going to say you.
Well, wait a minute. You can have a Polish sausage that's not capitalized.
Yeah. What about that?
No, but it changes when you do capitalize it.
No, if you're talking a Polish sausage, it's not a Polish sausage.
Yeah. Yeah. You think you're going to try to slip one past us? We've got college here. We've been to college and
7, 8
broadcasting
years,
school, and Ronnie's been to night school. They're mighty proud of him. He went to Channel 14 broadcasting school, and Carthage College. So you got to get up pretty early in the morning. I guess we'll give you that. Do you want to stop in and spend an hour with us?
No thanks.
Why? Tell me what could go wrong?
Yeah.
What could go right?
Do you have family?
Yeah.
Do you have a family?
Oh, yes, I do.
Well, that probably is a good reason to do it. You married?
Yes.
How long you been married?
22 years.
Oh, boy. Well, you're in for the long haul, I guess, huh?
4 kids.
4 kids. There was where did my notes go about insurance?
The wedding insurance?
Wedding
Yeah.
insurance. There it is. Why you might need wedding insurance? Liability to cover in case of somebody injury or liability at the reception. Cancellation coverage reimburses you for costs in case a guy would duck out, right at the last minute. Extreme weather such as a hurricane or tornado. We got a lot of hurricanes in Kenosha,
That's right.
Actually, the hurricanes come in after you get married. And a member of the bridal party being too injured or ill to participate. All valid reasons to get wedding insurance, don't you think?
Sure.
Okay. You're not interested, right?
Yeah, he already got married. He doesn't need wedding insurance now.
All right.
Or like when I was in the wedding band, the little ordeal that we had, or the father of the bride asked us to pack up and leave after the first set. And says, well, what do we do wrong? He says, nothing, I'll pay you for the whole night. We've had a little incident here, time to go. Well, turns out the mother of the groom caught the bride and the best man in the courtroom during the wedding reception. So.
You see, you brought out the best in us. All right, I got to run.
Night.
All right, good night. Good morning on Kenosha today.
It's Irish Ruth again. I wanted to mention something to you about Pete's Place, but we got disconnected from that guy who identified himself as Psycho. I'm sure the voice sounded like Lenny Palmer. But Pete's Place, I haven't heard them for quite some time, but there was a group from Chicago, a band, orchestra, like 20 people, that would ride the last train once a month after they performed at Pete's Place. And one day, a Navy guy boarded at Waukegan Metro, and I told him, there's an Irish band on the train, 2 cars ahead. And the guy, he was just, Irish band, he was just so happy. But sometimes I used to go to the Great Lakes train station.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Was this guy's name Jay?
The Navy guy?
This guy that you're talking to on the train, his name was Jay, and he was probably dozing or drinking wine, wasn't he?
You mean the Navy guy, the guy that boarded on the train?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea what his name was, but he heard Irish band, and he went directly to, what I had suggested to him to do. But I would go to the Great Lakes train station. I haven't done it for a couple of years.
Is this going to take a long time? I'm turning 70 in 3 years.
No, I'm going to cut to the chase. I would tell, there'll be hundreds of guys waiting for the trains to go to Chicago mostly, and I would tell them the day of the Irish festivals, whether the one was in Chicago or Oak Forest, and I would tell the Navy guys free beer at the Irish festival. And they would go there, and they would, or Mayor Daley's Irish Festival in the
Boy, we keep losing her. We got a 430-foot tower out there.
I never got caught. I never got caught, but the vendors would give them free beer. How do you like that for this country?
Oh, that's a wonderful story. Thank
free
you
beer is always good.
Okay, well, hey, but one last question. The Navy guy that was on the train, did he have a bike pack strapped to his back? I mean, a bike.
A what?
A bicycle. Strapped to his back.
No, he was in uniform. That's how I knew he was in the Navy.
That's our guy. Okay, see you. Well, that was kind of a run of a...
She was actually right. The Irish group is going to be back in several weeks here.
At Pete's place?
At Pete's, yep. They were there once before. So.
All right. Hey, before we take our last break, we got some more topics to talk about. Any of you guys see the Strawberry Moon? The Strawberry Moon was on this week, and it was on Monday night to be spectacular for stargazers, and you can see the Strawberry Moon. You line up with the summer, whatever. It's the longest day, solstice, whatever it is. Solstice. According to the Farmer's Almanac, it's called a full Strawberry Moon because the Algonquin tribe saw it as a signal to start gathering ripe fruit. And people think we make stuff up here. Come on. One more call before we break?
Yeah, all right.
All right. Good morning on Kenosha today.
I have a question, a medical question for you guys.
A medical question? Yeah, bend over and cough real quick.
How do you stop your ears from bleeding?
Turn off the show?
That's the cure? But I like the show. It's just certain callers that make my ears bleed.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. Oh, well, hey, I don't know if I asked you when you called before. Where's my about what you're doing to prevent sunburns? Here it is. Easy, Ron. Don't fall asleep. How do you prevent from heat exhaustion or heat stroke, Dale?
Just avoid being outside.
Boy, nothing. You are sharp. Nothing gets past you. All right. I gotta take it. Boy, I should have thought. Why didn't I think of that?
All right, we'll see you at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, 3 o'clock. All right.
I'm gonna get my voice in shape.
And here's what we're gonna do, just to accommodate you. And then I got to take this other call. We're gonna put a sprinkler out in the park, so when you have to go dive, you can feel right at home and dive in the water. Slip and slide.
Yeah. Wet pants.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Later.
Bye.
Oh, we got to take. Let's take one more. We can't. It's because it's unavailable.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's take our last break and then we'll be back.
Sounds like
on the home stretch. If you just joined us, this is the June 3rd edition of the Kenosha City Weekly Report, coming to you live from Studio A and streaming worldwide here on AM 1050 WLIP, being brought to you by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery and the legendary Brat Stop, along with a host of many other very fine local businesses. And don't forget to join us. First of all, our cast of characters. Elmo Schneider is here. Father Marcus is watching
a bar someplace.
Some bar, yeah. Trying to decide whether he's going to talk to John Deere or Mrs. John Deere, which way he's going with that deal. And from another galaxy called Spider Dome, our video coordinator, Spider Ronnie, the camera dude. Hey, up in your galaxy, is Irish Ruth up there? Or she's out there? She's out there.
She's from beyond.
Beyond another galaxy.
Beyond Spider Dome.
Beyond Spider Dome. Along with our engineer, Wacky Wayne, round out our very distinguished panel of mostly grown-up guys. We're each and every Saturday morning from 10 a.m. until noon. And if you happen to miss our Saturday show, hey, you can tune in tomorrow, AM 1050 WLIP, at noon, and listen to the replay of this morning's broadcast. And now, boys and girls, it's time for this week's edition of As the Brat Turns, High Five Zingers and Doofuses.
I'm ill-prepared.
Oh, Ronnie.
Boy.
Sounds like when they were slaughtering the pig, Ron. Coming to us from the Beer Garden in the world-famous and legendary Brat Stop, located on the northwest corner of Highways 50 and I-94. Here in Kenosha, open at 8 a.m., 7 days a week, 365 days a year, serving breakfast, lunch, dinner, and everything in between. For more information on what's going on at the Brat, call them at 262-857-2011 as the Brat turns like the sands in the hourglass in the days of our lives. This week's high five goes to the Daniels family for hosting this year's dairy breakfast next Saturday, June 17th, on their farm out in Brighton. Now, being a city boy, I can't imagine having 1,700 cows in my backyard, let alone 3,700 hungry residents filling up on pancakes, muffins, juice, and ice cream. Goodness sakes, I get all excited just seeing a rabbit in my backyard when I'm grilling 4-ounce fillets at Barter Manor. 1,700 dairy cows would be a real stretch for this old boy, but I do want to commend the Daniels family for volunteering their home and farm for the third time, and we salute you.
Uh-oh.
We're going to salute them. Hang on.
Theoretically. Supposed to.
We're going to wait for it. We got it, Wayne?
No, something's...
All right, let me finish this up, and then we'll come back and salute them, unless you got it right now.
We've been hacked by the Russians.
Yeah, we're hacked by the Russians.
Find it, and we'll do it at the end.
I found it. It's just the selector didn't select
okay, you got it now?
Supposed to. No.
Okay.
No, sorry.
Well, let's do this week's...
keep moving on.
This week's zinger goes to both President Donald Trump and to former FBI Director James Comey for creating all the drama for 19.5 million viewers during Comey's congressional testimony this week. It's not as if the country hasn't been through enough of this nonsense, but for two of the country's top officials calling each other names and liars in front of our Congress and in the various media doesn't really set a good example to all the snot-nosed little kids who look to adults as role models. My God, I've seen kindergartners play better in the sandbox than these two characters. I would hope that better days lie ahead, but unfortunately for some odd reason, I think this is just heating up. And by the way, where's Dick Nixon when we really need him? And this week's Doofus Award goes to, for the fourth time in 2017, soon-to-be former City Alderman Kevin Matheson for being the only member of the City Council to oppose a formal policy to start up a city Facebook page. He claims the mayor is very anti-First Amendment. I say cocky-pock. Poppycock. Poppycock.
Somebody's pop, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Jiffy Pop. It is my First Amendment right that Mr. Sideburns should be more worried about explaining to the Wisconsin Attorney General why he hasn't resigned his aldermanic position when, in fact, he hasn't lived in the 8th District for the last couple of months. It is also my First Amendment right to suggest that he has put the city at a huge financial risk voting on various issues when he isn't eligible. Oh, well, I guess the National Water Convention is coming up this week in Philadelphia. Maybe he can come back to town and explain how it is he got all wet. And there you have it, folks. As the brat turns for this Saturday, June 10th, 2017, I'm Scotty Barter, and I approve this message. Did we have that?
Salute?
No.
You know what we'll do? We'll just find it in the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'll work on it.
And we'll close the show with my salute to the Daniels family.
Like bite me.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, we're okay.
262-694-1050. We've been talking about a lot. You're not really into it this morning, are you? That 2 calls from Irish Ruth probably threw you off your A game.
Totally took me down a peg, yeah. I got nothing left.
He's just from beyond Spider Dome.
Yeah, I saw her fly by.
Actually, we were talking about a number of topics, but if you want to weigh in on if you thought having your picture taken with the President Trump and Scott Walker cost $10,000 was worth it. I guess it was a fundraiser up here in Wisconsin last Tuesday, and they were hosting a reception. Preferred seating ran at $20,000. Boy, you got to have some. That's a little.
How much we charge for sitting in on a production meeting?
Yeah.
Just bring cash, buys a drink.
Get your picture taken.
Yeah, we got everything. Yeah. You want to rinse off in the harbor? Go ahead. Wayne. Good morning on Kenosha today. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, who's this?
Okay, I can barely hear you.
Okay.
My name's Tony.
Okay, Tony.
Pleasant Prairie.
All right, Tony.
And I'd like to comment on the financing of road repair in the state of Wisconsin.
Go ahead.
May I do that?
Sure, go right ahead.
Okay, I'm serious about this. I know you guys like to have a lot of fun, but I just want to run what I think is a serious proposal.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I think a statewide gas tax would be good, except that it has to be put in a lockbox. It doesn't get dumped in the general fund. In other words, every penny comes in, goes for road repair.
How much do you think an extra, how much would you recommend?
Oh, you mean an amount for the gas tax?
Yeah, 5 cents, 10 cents?
We have a gas tax now.
Okay. Well, gas tax is...
Yeah, I actually, I hadn't given that part any thought, so I can't give you an answer on that.
Well,
but if I may continue slightly,
sure, go ahead.
A little bit.
Sure.
Okay. The other condition would be that money would only be spent for local municipalities. It would not be part of doing the interstate. Now, we had talked about the interstate with the toll roads. I think toll roads would be part of the solution also, but the toll roads that I would have in mind would be such that there would be no toll from the state line through Milwaukee County. North of Milwaukee County, let's say maybe around Port Washington, there would be a toll there. There would be a toll to the north side of Janesville for those that would be going into Madison, and then from Madison north there would be toll roads. What I'm getting at is that the northern part of the state is primarily vacation land.
Right.
And that way, the interstate that would be going into vacation land would be tolled, which would mean there would be no federal money, but where the majority of Congress, which would be large trucks bringing food and whatnot into the Milwaukee area, the Kenosha area, Janesville area, those places would not be taxed.
Tony, let me ask you this. Suppose you're the state representative, either assemblyman or a state senator, in Door County or in, we'll say, the Wisconsin Dells area. How thrilled would you be, and your constituents be, to have a toll booth or have the out-of-towners or the tourists pay a toll coming to either the Dells or, like, say, Door County?
If I were representative, I'd have to go with what the constituents said. I know that sounds like a cop-out, But I would hope that they would realize that if the roads deteriorate, their business is going to fall off anyway. And if they think that people are going to come there on dirt paths through the woods, then I'd say, well, okay, fine, forget it.
Now, let me ask you another question. You said you wanted I agree, and I like the lockbox where all the money that's collected stays and goes for road repair.
It already is that way.
It is kind of that.
Except for the governor previous to Scott Walker raided that fund. And
but let's say for Kenosha, the county has their own capital improvement that we taxpayers pay for, and that goes for the county roads. And in the city, like all the construction that's going on now, is coming out of the city's capital improvement fund. But if the previous governor, like Elmo just pointed out, he raided that so-called lockbox, and I guess, how did he get away with that?
That's good question. That's why I'm mentioning that it should be in a lockbox, and and if anybody touches it, they go to prison. It's that simple. There's got to be a guardian over it, and the money goes for the roads. And if it turns out that hey, we're making a lot of money here, we'll cut back on the tax then.
Well, you pointed out something. These are politicians we're dealing with, and if I recall...
Yeah, well, I understand that, and I understand that you guys have a lot of fun with the politicians, but I'm just wanted to run this out there and see if that would sound as a reasonable proposal to you.
I think it is, and if I go back to the last 3 or 4 Illinois governors that were in prison, some are still in prison, for raiding funds and
selling
George Ryan and selling whatever Senate seats. So the politicians would tell us that they're not going to do this. I guess that would be a bona fide. I think it is a bona fide. But
the bigger problem, everybody's talking about raising taxes for this, but given the recent audit they just had of the Wisconsin Department of Transportation, our costs of building roads are significantly higher for the same type of road as they are in other states because of a few different factors there. They've had huge cost overruns. That's part of it, but the road builders contribute a whole lot to campaigns here, and there was very little oversight in the past of how money is being spent, and just they would have cost overruns. They would just get passed through without anybody asking any questions.
Tony, I appreciate your call, and we like to take something serious. And this, what the heck is that? Hey, you still there, Tony?
Yeah,
okay. I don't know what the heck happened. Somebody was.
Well, I don't either.
It's the Russians.
It's the Russians hacking into our system.
Right.
But anyway, this is a serious subject that I don't know how this is going to work out. But politics being what it is in this state and across the country, we'll have to see how it works out. And
right. Well, Scott, I appreciate you, you and the rest of the guys being serious for a little bit, and when you guys are having fun, that I'll try and chip in on that sometime too. Okay?
All right, Tony. Serious is over.
Have a great day, guys.
All right. I better. That problem in Spiderdome. Yeah, we don't have that problem in Spiderdome. It's all, webs. Big thank you to the Boathouse. More serious one was. Should we have toll roads or just put it to a gas tax? What is the gas tax we pay now? It's about 5.5%, isn't it? Or no, it's more than that.
It's pretty high. So compared to other states, we're pretty.
It's over 20, right? 20 cents.
It's more.
It's 32, I think.
Oh, right. Yep.
Something like that. Yeah.
And one of these things about Walmart going to test a program that sends store employees to deliver online orders at the end of their shift. I don't know how that's going to work. But if you have a comment, if you think, everything's getting into online delivery. I mean, they're going to try to rival Amazon. And I just ordered some things from Amazon a week ago and eBay. And you can get some of these things at a great price within 3 days. And actually what I ordered was this gizmo because we are going to be in the Summers Parade on the 4th of July. And it replaces a gas generator that we'd have needed. And it's some kind of gizmo, Elmo, what do they call it? Inverter.
12-volt DC to 110 AC.
Not to be confused with a perverter.
Correct.
They had that in my name.
Right.
Yeah. And so we're going to be on there. It starts at 2 on Highway E. It goes from Shoreland all the way to the school on 4th of July. And then that following Sunday, we are also in the Bristol Progress Days Parade. We're going to have a couple different, we're going to hand out little flags to all the wonderful little children. And candy to all the wonderful little children. And this. Oh, I want to talk about this petition that's out in Twin Lakes to stop goose poop. Having experienced this firsthand at the golf course, any place where there's geese because of the ponds, they are a mess. They are a total mess. I don't care. And what we've done, they've tried everything at the golf course, and I've been there for 15 years. And what they finally came down the last couple of years is there's this 8 to 10 day process where the adult geese lose their flight feathers at the end of June. And so what they do is the DNR approved it, and they'd herd them all into cages and take them out into the slaughterhouse, and they test them all and give them to the prisoners or food pantry. But we have no problems because they are messy. They could poop about a pound a day. That's a lot of.
That's a lot of crap.
That's a lot of
GP.
That's a lot of GP. So I mean, this is the way it is, and it's just they are a dirty animal, and I wouldn't want them. So this Twin Lakes, that was this kind of thinking, in my view, when we lost the 146-year, what's the big circus, Ringling Brothers, because the elephants were being treated really. It's entertainment. No elephants were harmed. Any animals ever harmed in the production of this show? Ever?
No.
Well,
some eagles have been harmed, but
there was a big bag of hate mail that fell on my foot, but I survived. Yeah,
but
I'm not an animal.
No
generally.
No animals have ever been harmed in the production, the producing, airing of this show. So, and hey, but speaking of that, nobody has won the secret word. 262-694-1050. The hint is
Scott already said it earlier.
I did.
Yeah,
I
you
did.
Yeah, you.
So since everybody hangs on my every word,
right.
I mean,
Obviously.
the phone lines should be lit up now, right?
You would think.
You would think. Hey, how about Wonder Woman? This Patty Jenkins, it was the first female superhero film. She grossed $100 million this last weekend, and became the biggest blockbuster ever directed by a woman. Well, where does that put all my movies from Barter Manor that are stored in the closet?
Those are rated on a different scale.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman is the rare, most successful female-led film and overwhelmingly male superhero. Wow, 100 million. Wow. Who is this gal? Gal Gadot? Yeah, I never heard of her, but she probably never heard of me either.
It's true.
Yeah.
She's not in the movies you watch at home.
She's an Israeli woman.
Oh, is she? And then, of course, we...
I don't see how that makes a difference, though,
what is
Elmo.
that?
Well, no, they had a big stink because the movie was banned in Lebanon because she had been a member of the Israeli army when she was younger.
Oh,
yep.
Okay, well, I guess that was...
Which is required there. Male and female, everybody's got to serve in the military in Israel.
There is no draft. Just
automatic. You got to.
At what age?
I have no idea.
Well, it's kind of like
2-year stint. You got to do. Everybody there.
Oh, I didn't know that. See this.
There we go. See, we're learning all sorts of new stuff.
31 cents a gallon, not including the federal. That's just the Wisconsin.
Well, see, Spider, you're good for something.
Yeah.
31 cents a gallon, and then you got the federal on top of that.
Yeah, another 18.
And now that the pipeline is now open, we're coming from North Dakota or East Dakota, wherever it's East Dakota, West Dakota. I see the price of oil per barrel is going down, so we're less dependent on other countries for oil, and I think the consumers can live with $2.50 at the pump comfortably, and have the economy is still doing very well. The stock market's up, and so is the S&P. So as long as oil per gallon, why should the Saudis and all those guys make all that money, right? Yeah. And our good friend Bob Dylan had to apparently go back to the Swedish Academy, and he had to deliver a lecture to win his Nobel Literature Prize. Prize money was worth $922,000, and so can you imagine? Listen, I didn't know you had to deliver. And everybody must get stoned, and this must have been one heck of a speech that he had to give to collect $922,000. Bob Dylan's got to be 70, or he's going to be more than that, about 72.
Right around there.
Yeah, he looks like he's kind of 40 miles of bad road. Talk about a bad interstate. Look at Spider. He
looked like that when he was 30, though. That's
yeah, I looked the same way.
He's 76.
76. Wayne, did you ever find our song?
77.
Yeah, I found it. And it worked briefly when I chose a different song, but we'll see what happens.
Okay. Well,
let's find out.
Okay, well,
There you go. All right.
Let me close this out.